is absolutely crucial that we achieved these 3 points in this period of the season. 5 big steps to go, and getting 3 points, climbing and staying third on the table. It was a huge importance to get it done yesterday. Knowing the fact that we were playing against the last team in the league, who doesn't have nothing to lose, and playing games for equality, for maybe new contracts, for kind of new motivation for the new season. It was not easy to dominate, to organize, and to play this kind of game after 2 defeats. Not only on the physical level, but on a mental level. It was hard to prepare. It was hard to get there. I'm very glad to see the boys, how they responded last night, especially in the first half. Having that power and motivation to wanting to score goals, wanting to get the game under control. And then like that, managing the game and getting these 3 points. We knew that by not doing that, we could have brought us in a difficult situation. So with our force and quality we managed this game last night to get us where we are now. So we are really happy and thrilled about it. Well, not only Bryce. If you speak about any player coming from I-League for the first time in ISL, there are many things that must be changed. The approach of every game, every training, concentration, professionalism, then intensity of training, and all these things. The players, they need time to adapt. They need time to be accepted to a dressing room, to a new group of players. And not only him, but every other player coming to Kerala Blasters, they have to know that by coming to Kerala Blasters, there are expectations, there are responsibilities. And these boys, they need time. They need time, they need space. It's not just like that, coming and signing in one club like Kerala Blasters and then expecting that these boys will rock and roll from the first day. They need time. So with him last night, it was quite a pleasant thing to see. We wanted, as a coaching staff, as a club, we want to give all the players playing time, especially new guys, because we want to see them how they respond and react playing in front of our crowd in Kochi, how they play in away games. And this is actually what brings quality. This is how they improve. So I was happy to see him and all other boys last night repeating and doing certain things from the training sessions, even scoring that first goal with the cross, the things that you want to do against those teams, playing your throw-ins quick enough, because sometimes they can be switched off for a couple of seconds. And these kind of things can bring difference, which actually happened last night. So I was happy with his performance, with all the other boys last night. They responded the correct way. I think in the second half, we could have been more vigilant and more aggressive to try to score that third goal to make it like a game over and manage that game even easier till the end. So these kind of things were not easy last night, and I was really happy and thrilled to see that. Well, there are many aspects. Seeing the fact that in the last 15 days, even myself, I was suffering with a high fever and some symptoms before the game against Mumbai. And then from that period, like 15, 20 days, we have every day 1-2 players who are falling out with the symptoms, with the high fever, with the cold or whatever it is. And it was the case also in the last couple of days. Yesterday, Gil was out at the goal. So then when you have all these things accumulated, players missing certain trainings, you have to calculate, you have to see the statistics on a side, and you have to see the training sessions, previous games, and then taking out your best decision and saying these guys are fresh, these guys are ready fully 100% to respond to this kind of game. And that was our choice last night. So actually we changed a couple of players. That was like the coaching choice, maybe also depending on last game's performances. And we have a good group of players. Everybody deserves to play. Everybody has certain qualities. That's why they're here. You know, yesterday also I was talking in the team talk with the players that talent and quality they have, and they don't have to think about it. The only thing they have to think is about the way we want to approach the game, the mentality and character we need to show, because there is a reason why they are in Kerala Blasters. We choose them because they have that talent and quality. So whoever is there has quality to play, And then whoever we put on the pitch, it was the case last year, this is the case this year, whoever we put, he'll do the job, because the boys, they know the job. And again, 3 points were the most important yesterday. The best thing about one striker, not speaking about only about Dimi, the best thing about one striker is when you recognize the hunger for goals. And Dimi is exactly that time of the type of striker. When we were scouting and looking for a player who will come and get that number 9 in Kerala Blasters, we knew exactly what we were looking for. And Dimi arrived with a little bit late, without proper pre-season. He needed some time to adapt. The thing that I see often in ISL with the certain comments, with the media and everything, that whenever one foreigner or one other player, Indian from one other club, signed to your club, everybody expects that he rocks from the start, that he scores 4 goals in the first game, 3 goals in the second game. That's not like that. Football is not about that. Some players, they need time when they change country, when they change a continent, when they change the climate environment, when they change everything. There is time we call the adaptation to a new to everything. Look, seeing the fact that ISL is on a short term, so everybody starts being impatient. We are not like that. We knew exactly that Dimi possesses the qualities that we needed, that he is clinical and very dangerous in the box for the opponents, that by creating some spaces and serving him with the quality balls, he can score goals from any situation. And so when you then start working on a longer term, you give that time and space to these boys, they will give you back. They will show you back that qualities they possess, and we are happy. Not only again with him, but any other player who arrived, especially late in the pre-season. We as a club, we understand those things with the management together and technical staff. We understand that we have to respect that process. And then at the end, if the league is on a longer term, even when we speak about some leagues worldwide, the players, they start maybe difficulties, but then later they just implode, they score goals, and this is what it is in football. So I hope that Dimi will continue the same way till the end of the season. I'm very thrilled and happy to see more and more boys are reaching that level. So the 50th game is a nice achievement in ISL. Gary is a great guy, great personality, great human being, great professional. Since he arrived last year, I have nothing but nice words about him. Last night I was not worried, not to 1 second, about that change, because he knows the job for a long time. He knows how to operate. He knows how to communicate with the players. He knows how to control his space. So actually last night he was present. He was doing his job really good. And, again, we were not worried. We know that Kari is there. There's no problem to be worried. Well, last night, first of all, it was very difficult to play this game, because everybody's saying when you play against Northeast, who is now bottom table, again, I think with negative record of 14 defeats in the league, everybody's saying, yeah, it's an easy game. You will win. So 3 points are like, that's it. Quite opposite, because it's difficult to play against those teams. If you don't score goals quite, let's say, as soon as possible, then you can get in trouble. These teams, they start believing, they start becoming strong. And we knew that with our victory of last night, we could get kind of time and space to relax a little bit, to think clearly about our next game, and to prepare for our next games, last 5 games. So now, we know being third on the table, it gives us maybe a little bit more comfort, but it's not the case. We have to be strong in next remaining 5 games. I think that many teams who are now yet to fight for the playoffs will be strong, concentrated. There are some teams who are already who are out of possibilities being in the playoffs, and they play differently, because it's not the same mindset, it's not the same mentality. They think more about vacation. It was the case last year. That's my experience. This year as well. And then we need to get ready and prepare for those games, because it will be crucial for us to get a couple of more points. We want to stay high up the table. We want to get, if possible, a good position for the playoffs, and then being qualified for the playoffs, trying to fight for the trophy. This is our objective as a club. Since last year, since we arrived, we were talking about building up a strong unit who will be participating in playoffs every year, being strong throughout the season, getting victories. I think now that we are on the same level of victories like last year, so with 5 more games to go, we need to stay strong. We need to stay united. We need to stay even more ready than ever before. Because we need those points. We want those points, and we want to fight for the table. So that's our objective.